Hey YouTube, it's me. I'm back again with another update. I know I told you all that I would do a just an update on my hair and to let you know where some of you might already know that I have been cutting my little test patches in my hair. And the last time that I saw you all, I only had one, and it was just back here in the back. I'm not sure if you can see that, but this was the one that I had before, and it's getting quite long back there. If you can see, I mean, I just cut this a couple months ago, and it's actually growing pretty well, I think, anyway. I hope you all can see that. But yeah, it is starting to kind of grow really well back there. If you look, you can see. I'm trying to give you a closer look at it. It's hard. And it's pretty much like the top of my back area, which I have a short neck anyway, so that could be why. But yeah, it's growing really well. But since then, I have also cut, and I'm going to show y'all at the end of the video. I know my hair is straight right now, so you have no clue what it looks like, what these little test areas look like curly. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you all video footage of me. I'm going to wet my hair, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it starts to revert to curly. But anyway, this area is a new one. You have not you have not seen video footage of this yet. Basically, I cut this area. I cut it after I cut the one in the back. So it's been a while, but it hadn't been that long. It's been maybe a month or so. But it's coming along pretty well. The little curls, they when I first cut it, they were really dry. But I mean, when I wash it, they're now becoming a little more not so dry, moisturized. I don't know, but I've been trying to do everything I can to make sure I take care of my little hair over here. Which, I mean, if you think about it, that's a pretty big chunk of my head. I mean, that's a lot of hair to just cut off. And I even have some cut. I even have some cut under here. So pretty much like from here all the way around to the back, it's gone. Well, it's not gone, but it's cut short. And that's basically all my relaxer is cut out. But if you notice, I just do this, and you can't even tell. Like, it looks like it's not even there anymore. So thank God that I do have a lot of hair and a lot of thick hair, because otherwise I don't know how I would be able to pull off people not noticing that pretty much a big chunk of my hair over here is completely gone. I mean, if you look, let me try to. You can't really tell. It looks pretty much like the other side, which is kind of weird, but pretty much. And I know you might be able to see what I got going on right here. This is the third one that I just cut in the front. I just cut it in the front the other day, and I don't know how I feel about this. Actually, I do know how I feel about it. I mean, I don't regret doing it, but it's really, like, when I cut it, it was curly, so I had no clue it was going to come out this short when straight. I mean, it would have been okay if it would have been just a little bit longer. It could have been bangs, but how short it is now, this is not good. So I've been having to kind of part my hair. This is all the hair that I cut off the other day. I mean, that's kind of a lot of hair. It's really stiff because it had conditioner in it. But, I mean, that's a lot of hair, and that came from my little bangs. So, it used to be here, and now it's there. And, I mean, luckily, I've been able to pretty much wear it, you know. I'm getting my comb. Been able to pretty much wear it like how I would normally wear my hair. But, let's see. Yeah. I mean, when I comb it down, you can really, it's not really that big of a deal. You can't really just tell. I mean, you can if you stare. But for the most part, it's not that drastic. So, I don't know that I regret it. The reason why I cut this part was because it's a totally different texture from this hair and this hair. The hair up here in this region, it's a looser wave curl. It kind of almost looks like it's not really curled when I have hair on it. But once I cut the hair, it kind of curled up a little bit. But a few days later, I noticed it was starting to kind of curl up more. But it's definitely a looser texture in here. So I wanted to have that hair relaxer free, so I could just kind of get a feel for what how this texture would act and what kind of products I need to start working with before I cut everything off. So basically just to get a feel for that texture and kind of play with it some. That's why I cut it off right there. So don't think I'm just cutting all my hair off for no reason. Yes, there's a reason why I've been cutting off the hair. And that is basically to test products on it. I kind of feel like before I just cut it all off, I feel better kind of easing into it. So this has been my way of sort of getting to know my hair without just doing a drastic, complete big chop. Which, you know, if anybody's out there and you're thinking about cutting your hair but you're not sure, I mean, I'm not going to tell you to go out and just cut off a big chunk. But maybe just take it slow. If you think you're bold enough to just try like a little small area, I would say do that. Anything to kind of help you get familiar with your hair and to kind of pacify that urge to just cut it all off. I mean, because you don't want to cut it all off and regret that later. So I think by taking gradual steps, that'll help you kind of feel that urge to cut the hair. Also, I've noticed that my hair in the back is so weird. Like, basically, up here I have the looser texture. On the sides I think I have what is like a 3C. Like right here. This is probably like a 3B, I think, all up in that area. And then in the back, in these two little spots, let me get my little clip. In the back, I'm going to put this up. This is actually, I think, the part on top is like 3 something too. But then I have this little area. And I know where it's at because it's the area that I can, when I come to right here, to the line of demarcation where my perm or relaxer meets the other hair, I have a hard time getting my hand through it. So that's how I could tell. It's not, no, not that hair, because I can feel it too. It feels rough. This is actually right here. It's like 2 small patches I have. One here on this side, and then I have another one on this side. It's about that same length, if you can see, or same whatever. These 2 areas I believe are 4A. They're very defined, but the curls are very small. I mean, you can see them from across the room, so I don't think they're 4B, because you can obviously see them, but they're very tight. And I think that they're also kind of, like, I flat ironed it yesterday, and I've noticed that lately when I've been flat ironing, sometimes it happens sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. But when it does happen, I notice that it only happens on my hair, the tighter texture. And basically, when I get to the line of demarcation, there's no way to smooth out that part. It goes from smooth at the roots, and then right when it gets to the line of demarcation, it gets very, very, see what I mean? There it is right there. Very hard to comb through. Right there, just at the line. So, I mean, I don't know what that's about. Maybe if y'all have any feedback on what that might be, let me know. I know it's not heat damage because whenever I wash it, the hair does revert back. When I look at it, it honestly, it looks kind of like the curls just did not want to be straight. It looks like it's straight, but if you look really, really close, you can see the texture on it. Let me try to see if I can. I probably can't get close. Oh, maybe you can see a little bit. See? It's like right in here. Oh, yeah, right there. I feel it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little, it's not as straight as this, and it's not as straight as that. It's like a little bit of texture there, and that's the line of demarcation. So, I don't know. Y'all tell me what that might be and how I could kind of smooth it out, because it is a problem when I'm combing my hair to wrap it at night before bed, because I feel like, I mean, do you hear this? It's getting stuck. I feel like I have to rip out, you know, the hair, and it kind of hurts a little bit to get through it. So, I mean, I'm not ripping it out, but it kind of feels like that to me because it comes to a stopping point and I have to, you know, I only got 1 string of hair out. So it's not falling out or anything, but I just don't like that. So you've seen my test patches. My hair is doing pretty good. I don't know, my ends, I have not cut them, but I have trimmed them. I was trying my best not to trim because I wanted to see just how long my hair could get without trimming it. But honestly, y'all, I just couldn't do it because I'm used to trimming my hair. I'm used to getting it trimmed at least every other month. So the other day, I looked at it and I was just like, trying not to, but I did trim off a little. I didn't do a lot, which it probably needs way more than I did, honestly. But I didn't trim trim a lot. I just did a little bit, so. I mean, it's definitely growing. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward magically through time to show you all what my hair looks like wet. So if you want to see my curls popping, here it goes. Hey y'all, it's me. I'm back. I just want to show you all what my hair looks like curly. I know right now you're like, what's wrong with your hair? But basically I washed it last night really late, and I didn't really do anything to it other than put it in like a few of these little braids. All the long pieces are in these little braids, and I just kind of clipped it up, you know, clipped them up out of the way so you can actually see the parts that have been cut. And they look like crap right now because last night when I went to sleep, I didn't, like I told you, I didn't do anything to it. I just wrapped it up with this silk scarf like that, something like that, and then just went to sleep. So this is what it looks like right now, but I'm about to do a co-wash on the front part and on this part, and then show you what it looks like, you know, wet and better looking, I guess you'd say. Yeah, this up here, when I go to sleep, it barely does anything, period, already, but when I go to sleep, it just goes even straighter. And then this over here, you see, they just flatten out when I go to sleep too. So I have the feeling once I do go completely natural, I'm going to have to definitely co-wash every day to keep my curls in, or else when I wake up, they'll be looking like this, which is not good. So yeah. This part is flattened out too. But yeah, and my little curls, they're kind of flattened out as well, but we're about to wash that and get them, hopefully get them back popping again. Okay y'all, I'm back with my hair. It's actually pretty much soaking wet right now, but I hope you can get a feel for what it's looking like right now. This is the side. Which is around 3C. So I compared it to a drinking straw, and some of them are actually a lot bigger than a drinking straw, but most of them are about the same size of an average drinking straw. So in the crown, they're like more of a wave like this, and I don't know, it's kind of hard to style it because it barely does anything. Hold on. I don't believe that it is heat damage or anything. I think that's just how the curl pattern is. And my hair is very frizzy. That's the thing about it. It really doesn't clump together very well. Like all the curls are pretty much individual, but they're very, very wiry, very frizzy. The back. This is still there, but I do have a little one that I cut. Not really doing anything. Like I said, I think that's probably like 3B, 3C. I'm not gonna style my hair tonight because I'm pretty much going to bed. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna wear it probably in like a braid out ponytail or something. And I'll show you all that result too.